I want to share with you my experience with using BrandConnect through the Earn tab here on this YouTube platform. So, how did this all happen? Well, at first, I was receiving emails from the brand directly to my email address, which, by the way, is sam610yt@gmail.com. But anyway, I wasn't really responding. I was reading because I receive a lot of emails to collaborate with my cooperation that they say in titles. But this was titled differently, like any other brand would reach out to you. It was titled really well, but I just really wasn't reading the emails. And then all of a sudden, I received a notification email from YouTube that there was something waiting for me in BrandConnect under the Earn tab. So I went in and I looked and either accept it or decline it from the offer that they had sent out to me. So I was like, well, let me do some research, find out about the company. So I looked up the company, saw everything was legit because I'm not sure how that actually goes through YouTube or not. I'm not really sure on how they actually set that up through YouTube, if YouTube does any investigations on that to see if the company's legit. I have no idea, but I went through, did my own due diligence. Like I had mentioned, I went through and I searched it and I looked them up and I found out they were legit. And I saw the offer, which I'm not going to say. I'm going to keep that private. And I went through and I'm like, well, should I counter offer? And I'm like thinking to myself, it's, you know what? It's your first brand deal you ever done, your first video you ever done to actually receive money for. Usually when I do stuff like that, I receive a product. Like I received sunglasses, I received air pumps, I received a different pair of sunglasses. So I do receive some stuff, but in return, I don't accept any kind of a payment. I just want to keep the product. And that's usually what most creators like to do. They like to get products, give their fair review on it, and then, they get the product in exchange instead of exchanging any type of monetary value. The value is the product. Well, anyway, I went through and I looked. I'm like, should I counter? I'm like, no, you know what? It's my first brand deal. I'm just going to accept it. So I went through and I accepted it. They had reached out to me by email, giving me the demo login information to set it up and actually review it and so forth. But I had mentioned that I was going on vacation for a couple of weeks. That I wouldn't be back to be able to do that until sometime in July. And they said, okay, no problem. Have a good vacation. Do it when you get back. So the process, I went through the stages and I went through it. I accepted it. So it then told me that it was ready for my video submission, that I had to submit the video. So after I got done that, I went ahead and uploaded the video through YouTube. You upload it through the Earn tab through BrandConnect. There's a spot that you click on Submit Video, and then it goes right to your, through your local drive, and then you upload your video. But how I did it was, it's kind of like when you go to upload a regular YouTube video, and you can either, list it as being private, unlisted, or, public or whatnot. And of course, I wanted it to be unlisted because it wasn't approved yet. In my head, that's what I wanted to have it as, and that was the right thing to do, by the way. So I went through, I made it unlisted. You're actually able to see it, in those stages. And within a day or two, they got back to me and they had said I had to make a change on my video. I'm like, well, oh God, I was so nervous when I saw that video. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that email come through that there was a revision needed on my video production, that's how it was, like for video productions, what I saw in the title, that there's be a revision in your video production. I'm like, oh God, did I really, really mess up this video? The least thing that you want to do is mess up your first brand deal, because that's going to mentally stick in your head. And when you go to do the next one, you're going to be paranoid and worried. And you're going to be like, oh my God, are they going to like what I'm doing? And when you're on camera, it may reflect that way. It may reflect that you're nervous. It might reflect this, that, and the other thing. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. I was nervous when I shot the video. It's probably not the best video I have ever done in my life. I'm not going to lie. Out of over 700 videos. I had joined the 700 video club, by the way. Over 700 videos published on the channel. It's probably not my best video. I do criticize myself and critique myself when I make videos. Anyway, so I opened up the email, and I was actually on vacation when I got it. I was doing a little mini vacation, and I saw that, and unfortunately, I could not log in through my phone. It said you had to log in through the desktop on YouTube. So I was just like, so for a couple of days, I was paranoid. I was worried. I was scared. I'm like, oh my God, what if they hate the video? How am I going to react to that? What if they don't like something I said in the video? What's going to happen to my reputation? Now, they're not going to go out there and say, oh my God, Sam 610 made a horrible brand video. Don't work with Sam 610. No, they're not going to do that. But again, mentally, you're mentally prepared for the worst. I was prepared for the worst. I was so nervous. And when I got home, as soon as I got home right away, I helped unpack. Right away, I went downstairs. I opened up the email. I clicked on the link, opened up in YouTube Studio under Earn tab under BrandConnect, and it said there needed to be a revision made, and there was like little description in there what I had to change, and I was just like, oh God, I was so nervous. I'm like, they're gonna hate this video. I really screwed up, or should I have asked for more money? Should I have asked for more money? Maybe that's the problem. They want to give me more money. Maybe they want to give me less money because of the video that I made. I wasn't sure, so I was just so paranoid and so worried. But I got lucky. I opened up, came up through the tab, through the desktop, and I went to go read it, and it said, can you please add the following link to the description of your video? Make it the second part of your description. I was like, oh my God, that's all? That's all they wanted me to do? Like, I was shocked. I should give myself more credit where credit's due, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I'm too hard on myself, but all I had to do was add the description, add to the link to the description of the video, and I was set. Once I did that, I emailed them. I said, I made these changes, and then, went through a couple of days, a day or two, and then they went back and they approved it. And I was like, wow, my first brand deal has been complete. I received payment, and all I had to do was just mark it from unlisted to public. And I'll tell you what, it really does boost your confidence. It boosts your confidence a lot, right? Why do I say that? Because for somebody to reach out to you and want to partner with you means that they like what you're doing. And this is what it's about. It's about having fun, right? I know I said in my past videos, about wanting to help others. That's why I'm shooting this video, right? And if you can help yourself along the way and receive monetary value for what you're doing, then that's okay, right? I might have been too hard on myself saying you don't need this, you don't need that. And no, I don't need the money, right? But I thought, you know what, why not? They reached out to me and I accepted it. I could have said no, I could have declined it and moved on. But you know what? I'm like, if I can build off of this and get better and better and better at content creation, then why not? Why not get my name out there? Why not work with other brands, right? I mean, why not? If you can do that, would you do that? Let me know in the comments even if you're financially set or not financially set, let me know in the comments if you would actually work with a brand that reached out to you, right? And let me know if you would accept the monetary value that they would originally offer you, or would you try and counter and go for more? Like, why be greedy? Maybe I could have went even higher if I wanted to. I don't know. I didn't want to take the chance and ruin my first brand deal. So right now, the video is published, and it's not the video is not doing as well as I thought it would do. That's nobody's fault but my own, because of the audience that I'm reaching. Right? That's definitely a problem, and I know that. And yes, I could change that. I can publish unboxing videos. I can publish a ton of tech reviews and get a lot of views. I've done it in the past, and I know I can do it again. But again, we all have to have that point where, oh, sorry, phone's ringing. That wasn't planned, by the way, but hold on, I'll continue in a minute. Anyway, I'm going to continue anyway. I don't know how long it's going to ring for. I have caller ID. I can't see that far away. But anyway, we all come up in a point in our lives where we want to do what makes us happy, right? And If making that type of content all the time doesn't make me happy, then I don't want to do it. I'll be honest, because I had, on a live chat, live stream, I was chatting with Roberto Blake about, just saying that, a lot of my tech reviews and my unboxings get a ton of videos. What should I do? And he says, I would just do a massive, unboxing tech review, and it'll probably do really well for your channel. Now I could do that, but again, I want to do what makes me happy. This is what this is about. So I just wanted to share with you my experience with my first brand deal and how it went. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. As always, you know what to do, and I will catch you in the next video.